Hurry. Do some editing while Sin is going.
So
Hurry,
apparently the
hurry.
audio. So apparently the music cut out because of the internet outage. Yeah, it's not playing any of my hip hop. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. All right, got it back up.
Take so many videos and pictures. My gosh. But now I'm just scrolling through. I'm not even editing. I'm just looking.
Okay.
When did I do all of this?
Now I just gotta.
Oh my.
Hello? Wait, is my camera still not there? Did
No.
my camera go away?
It did.
Are you serious? What is happening? I can see me. Oh, that's a bummer. Yo, what's good, everybody? How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? It's another episode of Tech Talk Thursday, and of course, I hate when there's technical issues. And so I can see the source on OBS. I don't know why I'm not showing up on stream. Let's see. I'm gonna click this one. What does that do? That did nothing.
We weren't live? Okay, I was freaking out. Wait, what?
What is?
Yeah, we
Yeah, we're live. Yeah, we're live. We're ready to go, or at least okay. Yeah, to make sure. So yeah, I don't know why I'm not showing up on stream, but it's not going to stop me from introducing everybody else who's here. Oh wait, now I know why I'm not, because I'm hiding behind Kev.
So, today in our Culture Trips partnership, we're almost there. Like we're just waiting for that first tech issue-free stream, and the moment that happens, you hit partner. Those are the rules.
Oh, yeah. Is that what this is? Man, I should have hit partner ages ago.
Yeah, same.
See, because of all these issues, it just ruined the bit. Because I wanted to start the stream, wearing my headset. It was great. It was going to be amazing. But nothing worked. The joke is ruined. I'm done. I'm fucking done with it. I'm gonna put my hat back on. I'm just gonna do a show because, of course, it's Tech Talk Thursdays for December 3rd, 2020. We've made it to December, ladies and gentlemen. How are y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Hey, I didn't sign up for this.
Huh?
Wait, you didn't sign up for the month of December? You didn't sign up for the show? Like, you didn't sign up to do your work late?
December.
Oh, you didn't sign up for December?
Like, I signed up for December, but I didn't sign up for it to be December so fast.
So fast? It seems like it took forever to be. I still feel like it's March. Technically, it feels like March. I'm sick with a cold, which now multiple people think it's COVID.
Lord.
Which is now causing panic attacks that's manifesting in a physical form.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I'm right back in March now.
Yeah.
Like I never left.
So, what we've learned today is that there is a term called time blindness that we're experiencing.
Yes.
I'm blind.
Yes.
So for those of you who are not used to experiencing this on a regular, that is all 2020 has been. Like, it is a condition in which you regularly lose all sense of how much time has passed or has been or what time you're currently in. And considering that every day has felt like March the 13th, part 332 at this point,
Jeez.
There we are. Like, if you have been quarantining, if you have been doing what you were supposed to do, you have been in the house now for almost 9 months. In 2 weeks, you could have had a child. That is how long you have been in the house.
And that's the thing too. Like, that was the one thing I was concerned about. Was so many people who were pregnant during all of this. Where are y'all having your children at? Because I wouldn't go to a hospital.
Yeah, that was my. Yeah, that was one of my VIPs where it was like had a little person, and then it was like that person is alive in the midst of all this. Like, basically, imagine that.
Also, to think about that now too, like this month and next month, there's gonna be a boom.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
What do you mean this? Oh,
This month.
That our first wave
You forgot about the
is due
bubbles.
in a week from now.
Whew.
Yeah, you forgot about the
It's
bubbles.
due in a week. It's due in a week from now.
This
Yeah.
is
Just so y'all know.
crazy.
One of my friends
At-
just had their son like yesterday, so it started.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the
I'm
bubbles.
putting on this hat
The
because I'm trying to
bubbles,
give y'all
like you ain't took account of the people who are in the bubbles, you know, and then you got to take it also an account to those after this bad boy is over with. On top of that, when the vaccines start really hitting, like, and the curve has sloped.
No, I'm just gonna throw in a little bit here. I guarantee you, right at the time the vaccines are issued or whatever, like mark this down, write it down, clip it, or whatever. We're gonna have a Negrodamus moment. Right at the time that those vaccines come out,
Right.
so like a month afterward, we're going to see things skyrocket because they're going to take the vaccine and think that they're invincible and then walk out and be like, I'm not worried about other people having it because I have a vaccine.
Okay.
No.
All right.
You don't like, get a flu
So-
vaccine and then immediately walk into a room full of people who have a cold. That's not how you're supposed to do this.
So one more question before we get to the actual introductions. Is this after the first injection or the second?
Yes.
Wait, I saw that somewhere.
Yeah,
The answer is yes.
yeah. After any of them, doesn't matter which. Just
Oh my god.
me.
Of course, again, this is Tech Talk Thursdays for December 3rd, 2020. I'm joined this week and every week by KKS Gaming.
Hey.
I'm joined each week when he's not on vacation, Sinziak. Did I get it right? Fantastic.
For like the 5th week in a row now.
Yes. And of course, it's the GOAT doing Vlogmas. Can't stop
Which you shouldn't be
working.
doing right now, by
Can't
the way.
stop.
Which you
Can't
shouldn't be
stop.
doing
Won't
right
stop.
Can't stop, won't stop
Literally.
working because she is literally the GOAT. Idio Sanaka's in the building.
You're. I stopped working, by the way. I did.
Good.
'Cause I can't talk to y'all and try to edit at the same time. It's just not-
Yes, join the Slacker revolution.
Well, good.
Or, be like some of us and actually work before the show. I'm just saying. Got my
No,
workout in.
I did. It's just, editing takes time, and I just ran out of time today.
Again, Anka, you need to send me your address, please.
Yes.
Because,
Right.
yeah. This
I don't know why these things
whole
are planned.
microphone that is 20 whole feet away from you, like you are socially distancing from your mic, and this is insane.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, very much so. This whole social distancing. The CDC didn't say you had to stay 6 feet from your mic.
Mm-hmm.
Anka, like,
Yep.
look, we're here to dispel all COVID-19 rumors. The rumor that your mic will catch COVID-19, you can catch COVID-19 from your mic, is absolutely unfounded. You can get really close to your mic, just like this here. Be like really close, and we can all hear you.
Like
Right
this.
now, I'm gonna have to clear.
See, the thing is, like, we're legit trying to have like an ASMR moment, is what we're trying to say.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can't see me in the camera, so
See, that's why
See,
we gotta get you this.
that's what you need, though, is you need to have a microphone so people can really hear you.
bonding.
Well, not just a mic, but even a mic arm, so you can bring it closer to you.
That's also what you need to do. And also, if you have a problem, you might also want to drop this down on the Amazon wish list too. On top of that, I'm just saying. Just let people know.
Yeah.
Just people know what you need, and people will get it for you because that's how people roll. You know how that's saying.
See, this is what happens when we don't.
It's a hot mess.
This is what happens when you take a break and we ain't seen each other in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We don't know how to do a damn show.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
great.
my goodness.
I love
Anywho, before we go any further, I do want to introduce some new piece of tech. Of course, you guys saw me wearing it. This is the Oculus Quest 2. Retails for $300, $299. I'm gonna tell you right now, great product. I've only had it for 4 days. I'm gonna tell you something. My wife is jealous of me now, and she is very rarely jealous of me when I bring in new tech, especially obscure things like virtual reality. Now she wants mine so she can work out just like me. I'm gonna be buff by next year, fully off a Beat Saber.
Yeah, I seen those Instagram videos. I was like, I wonder when are we gonna get like the Linux's like VR, whatever, like VR streams. Like,
I mean, I'm working on that. I am definitely working on that. Capturing footage from this thing is fully wireless. Like this is a self-contained unit. So trying to capture footage off of this, while not entirely difficult, still isn't the best. Like I still don't like it too much, but it does allow you to send footage out to a Chromecast, which I happen to have because of Google Stadia. So that's how I'm kind of capturing that footage, kind of bringing it in, but still need another camera so that way we can kind of point out in the area where I will be using the virtual reality to kind of capture all that stuff. So it's in the works, except, because of pandemic, every webcam is like $1,000 now. So,
or sold out.
Oh yeah, THC, yes. Yeah, when the Apple Watch recognizes your VR gameplay as exercise, it's like, okay, we're here. We're here. All I need is all I need is for the circles to complete, and I'm good to go.
So, I see you out here. Apple Watch, like, I see you. Okay.
Not Apple out here being like, you obviously doing this with ropes right now because that's why you slash it like this.
Yep.
that really needs to like what Apple thinks I'm doing and it's CrossFit. What I'm actually doing is Beat Saber. That's what we need. We need that.
Yep. You need someone to make that meme for me. I would like to post that.
Yo, I need that.
I need that real quick.
I need that too.
Anywho, it's time to get into the tech news. I really thought I was going to have to dig deep into last week, Thanksgiving week's news, but luckily I don't have to. And I want to bring some good news, some great tidings what's a good tidings of great.
Ooh.
Yes.
Can I start with one?
Please.
Hey, twinsies! Hey!
Switch game. What?
So, your boy Kev out here put me on. Yes. Put me on and was less like, listen, we're trying to get you this thing. So when I say was like, we're going to get you this thing no matter what, he was just like, okay, I heard there's a sale over here. Go pick that up. Okay, they're out. That's cool. I'll update you in half an hour. Have you tried this one? Amazon does put one out. It's for $300 and it comes with 3 free months and a game too. Just slide into it. And I'm just like, listen, after all this effort and work that this person is putting in so that I can just maybe happen upon Animal Crossing, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So now I have one. And it's been charging for a little bit here. So
what's that friend code?
the squad come through for each other. We're trying to get on the microphone, and this one was like, you need to make sure that you catch this sale.
So Sam, I see that you in chat. My Switch ID, my friend code's in the chat. So
Yep. Drop the friend code in.
Drop them deets.
Yep.
We're just sharing good news right now. I'm sorry. I'm not. Y'all know my mind's.
I guess I just need to
look,
finish doing things and saying stuff like, yes, I will agree to your end user license agreement.
Yeah.
Anka, do you have any good news to share?
Sorry. Wait, what's going going on? I'm sorry.
Do you have any good news to share? Seems like you wanted to join in.
Since we're sharing switches, I finally got an Animal Crossing one.
Yay!
Man, my coworker bought it. The one that you guys have. My coworker bought that one for me so I could get this one. So I was very grateful for that. So
Look at it. You love to see it. You love to see it.
You love to see it. We out here. We out here just loving on the Switch. But being able the fact that like Sin and Anka can buy a Switch in the midst of this a Switch console.
A whole console. No matter which one.
Listen,
in the middle of this damn
pandemic. Because y'all have been too busy being upset about not being able to buy a PS5. Let me be clear about this.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I'm upset about it.
Everybody was worried about the wrong things. You know?
They were like, nah, just buy you a Switch. Just right now, just if you ain't got a Switch, buy a Switch, play that Switch, and be like me next year in summer. It's a lot. Like,
or
that,
buy VR. Buy VR. It costs
buy
about as much as
VR.
a Switch.
I want Nerve Gear. I don't want the Oculus.
Look, I've seen Ready Player One. I know how this ends. Okay.
I mean, let's be real though. It has a lot of uses. It has uses. Look, I've experienced a lot of things in this VR in the last 4 days.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it works.
The older VR where it had all those wires and straps, and I remember walking into my brother's room when I was like 5 and seeing that thing laying on the ground. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what is a contraption?
I'm like, I remember an old, like, your average consumer where it's like one of the old VRs where like Judd had that thing, like he had like, oh, this is like a hands-free model, and it's basically like a gaming laptop strapped to his back, connecting with like the old school Oculus. And I'm like, literally like, that is by far the dumbest thing that I've ever seen ever. It's just like I understand, like, okay, sure, yeah, in the house, whatever, you know, for that whole experience, the vibes. But literally, like, a gaming PC on your back, my dude, no. Fuck out of here.
Innovation.
But yes, in the midst of all this good news, the federal government has some good news for you all today. FCC Chairman Ajit Pai is resigning next month.
Get your ass out. Like, when I tell you I was through with this man's, I'm through with this man's. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I'm through with this man's. Like, literally, this man tried all of our lives, tried to mess the whole game up, and he got the nerve to have this stupid ass, big ass Reese's cup on top of this. Like, bruh, that. Just go on, man. Just go. You can leave tomorrow. You don't even got to stay. Somebody will forward your stuff. Just go.
We will send you your things. You do not even have to send for them. We don't want to hear from you. We would not care to.
We will send.
Give us forwarding address. We got you, dog. We got you.
You don't even have to send. You don't even have to send them up.
Well, ask Melania about it. She moved out already.
Yeah, she's already moved out.
I bet.
Mm-hmm. The Penske truck at the front door, like a Penske truck at the front door.
Matter of fact, she had her suitcase packed from the time she moved in. That's how ready she.
Oh, she's pretty much. She's got the go bag and everything.
She was just like, "Listen, I'm trying to just go back to a life when I just simply had access to your money and you weren't trying to do all this extra."
I had making me have to do things that I don't want to do.
I don't want to do. Apparently, she had to do Christmas. She never won Christmas, so
Right.
But let's bring it back to to this person who apparently had all of this pie.
This Ajit, yeah,
All of it.
all of it.
So yes, some good news at least coming out of the FCC and the federal government. Hopefully.
I'm very curious about like the timing though, because it's one of those things where, okay, so y'all just are openly admitting out here at this point that y'all were doing dirt and hoping to benefit from it, and now we're gonna watch this whole house of cards come crumbling around, like crumbling around you.
Right.
And you're trying to get out before it finally hits you because per news that I have today, and I don't think it's on our list of articles, the Department of Justice has already like hit Facebook with a lawsuit real quick. So
it's one of those situations where you have to get out before you get put out.
There's only so many presidential pardons they can that they can issue. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why you get a preemptive pardon.
BIT, you want to hit me with that get out of jail free card? No.
Nope.
Get that preemptive pardon, like his children, Kushner and Giuliani about to get. I don't know how that worked, but
that's only for them federal crimes, but them states.
Yeah, New York,
Tish is like-
New York will never forget. That's
Tish
literally
coming
the
for you.
slogan, ain't it?
Tish coming, yo. Tish say, You could try for them federal crimes, but you can't try for them state crimes.
Before the show, we were talking about Salesforce. So in your weekly acquisition news, Salesforce is set to acquire Slack for $27.7 billion.
Billion.
I only have the feelings about this that normally go with acquisitions in this industry, right? But also I'm like, so Salesforce, because Salesforce has like a whole like chat and messaging system, and I'm guessing it's basically, with Slack being as popular as it is and so common in workplaces, so much so that it basically ousted Skype for communications almost across the board. Salesforce is just like, okay, but can we just buy that though?
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm very curious about, and I guess it's just the nature of business at this point in the game, or has been for a while now, but it's always a thing that's kind of sad to me when you have a company who like meets a need, does it well, fits in a particular niche and everything else, and then they don't have any intent on, or at least the people who built it have no intent on staying. It's just kind of like, well, we just kind of need to get this to a point that someone wants to buy it, so that I can just get whatever this lump sum of money is and peace out. And I'm like,
Yep.
I don't know. I took something. If I had something like Slack that I wanted to build, I'd want to be up in there.
But it doesn't. So, having been a part of a company that was acquired, obviously I didn't stick around, but I was tech support. I didn't build shit.
No.
But being a part of the company that was being acquired, it's not like a lot of people were jumping ship. Like most of the people went. Like even the C level, they went. When VMware bought Pivotal, like a good chunk of people went. Now, granted, there were people who were being laid off as a part of it. Pretty much everybody, that kind of made the company. So like the DEI folks, a lot of the human resource folks, they got axed. But the product people, nah, they all went. And I've not seen any indications that they all jumped ship after the fact. Granted, the company, yeah, because that was muddy. The way Pivotal was owned and not owned and started and found, it's a fucking mess. But
Yeah, messy.
yeah, like that company was a fucking mess. Not in a bad way. It's just like trying to figure out who did what, where what came from. It it's hard to follow. But yeah, I don't know. Like, not that many. Like, I feel like the people who normally jump ships from acquisitions like this, especially like small company like Slack, gets acquired by a big giant corporation. It's mainly like the C-level people, not like the engineers, because they need jobs, and because they all live in San Francisco, they really can't afford to be moving around like that.
Yeah.
You got something, you better stick with it unless somebody's offering you a bigger bag. And that's
a bigger bag and relocation costs.
Okay, relocation costs. We can talk.
Like
You can talk to me about that.
it's like, oh, I got the check. I was like, got the check yet? But if you can give me some money to move, hey, hey, yeah.
Like, move me to LA, please. Please pay for the whole first month of my apartment bill.
And then more acquisition.
But I mean, good for, like, good for them. I hope like, whoever that money is going to, because that does not go to everybody when those acquisitions happen. But that's an aside.
Yeah,
there.
I lost all my shares when our company got acquired. So yeah, I was like, there's really no reason for me to be here.
Oof.
Like, good on the people who are going to benefit from that, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I hope the transition is smooth for everyone involved, and that these people, like please, 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 do not let people have to be, like, laid off in the middle of a pandemic. I don't need that from anybody.
We don't need that. We don't need that.
And more acquisition news. Uber completes its $2.65 billion purchase of Postmates.
Postmates, because Uber Eats wasn't enough, I guess, or they just didn't want to have competition over there. But also,
the sad thing, I only thought of Uber. I mean, I guess because of the pandemic, I only thought of Uber as Uber Eats, and not the fact that it was a ride-sharing company. It wasn't until you just said that I was like, "Oh, right, they Uber Eats is only a side business."
Yeah, that's only a side. Yeah, it's a side hustle.
Damn.
Let's just.
Yeah.
So, I know that this is probably not necessarily on our list of things, but while we're here, because y'all will hear me say this several times today, and hey, Linux, if you don't mind, just feel free to edit this and post with whatever the relevant sound effect is. Fuck Uber. Now, let's talk about that whole thing, though. Do y'all remember Proposition little old 20, like with a little old double-digit number over in California?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You do know that they awarded that case in their favor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So there's, like, quick show of hands here, right? Who happens to know what that whole thing was about?
That was, I know you said show of hands, but I'm just going to blurt it out here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was a ruling saying that, the people who were driving for them could not be employees. They were all just going to be independent contractors.
Oh, yeah.
So that is correct. So the whole, like, movement and everything else was that people were just like, yo, we need to go ahead and get this whole thing settled, where Uber and Lyft and companies like that, because we have these people who are out here putting in all of these driving hours and doing all of this stuff, trying to make a living, these companies should have to not only pay them as such, but, and this is the important part, have to do things like give them health insurance and things. Because, again, in case anybody had forgotten, in case it slipped our collective minds here, we're still in a pandemic. Still happening. That's still happening. So, these companies, with the money that they have, they spent $200 million plus trying to get this proposition passed so that they do not have to they do not have to classify the people who work for them as employees. Instead, they're all classified as independent contractors. Now, I don't know if y'all have to deal with any of that stuff as being doing like freelance stuff or any of the side stuff here, but if you're an independent contractor, companies do not have to do insurance stuff for you. They don't have to do health benefit stuff for you. They don't have to do any of that stuff. And in addition to that, like, they also don't have to do things like handling taxes. Like, all of that is on you. Now, last time I checked, Uber isn't paying coin like that. So, like, unless you live in a major metropolitan area, or you're driving long distances, or you're driving long hours, you're not making money like that. And these people, rather than being like, let's just hire people, or like, we're going to spend more money than we would have had to pay to hire you, to have a law that says none of us do, because that impacts Uber, that impacts Lyft, and all other ride-sharing services. And let's not forget, all of these companies are existing trying to pass these laws at a time when they're making more money in a pandemic than they have made in years prior to a pandemic.
Indeed.
And Anka's like, what you mean they're making more money doing all of this, right? Well, here's the thing. Why are they making more money? Because it's not like people are going to get on a train or a bus. Like, it's like they can't do it because it involves too much risk.
So
in addition to the fact that public transit in most places, I'm in one of them, is either barely existent or an entire shambles for miles and miles and miles. You also have places that are busy and crowded, like, let's say, New York, for example. Like, we're not getting 50 people on a bus anymore because that's dangerous. We're not getting like 100 people in subway trains because that's also dangerous. And so to mitigate that risk, all these people are picking up rides now to like mitigate that risk a little bit. And it's one of those, it's that, and people like, you know, with Uber Eats too. So you want to hire all these people, but you don't want them to be employees. Ooh, I hate y'all. Y'all stink, ashy, raggedy ass folks. Anyway, I have feelings about it, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
So, janky.
Very janky.
Way to get over on people. I mean, dang.
Yeah, it's quite exploitive. It's very much exploitive.
To say the least. And in the place that I live right now, things like that, because of the way public transit works, and because we don't have like any like city or state level cab companies, right? I have to have those services in the city that I live in, because I can't ride the bus, and everywhere that I need to go, like even if I were just going to work and back home, it's a 3-mile uphill walk for 3 miles at a minimum. Like, it's just one of those things, like the way that that's not feasible. And we're not going to talk about summers around here. Kevin lives here, he knows.
Yeah, I know. Summers ain't to be fucked with. That's for damn sure. It's like we just started getting winter. Like, it just was like, oh, it's winter. Yeah. So
my phone said it told me it was gonna snow yesterday, like for a second.
It was cold.
Yeah, it was cold enough to snow, but my phone was like, "Yo, it's gonna snow." I'm like, "Fuck you, mean?" I went to look it up. I was like, "Nah, we just playing. We ain't think you gonna look. We ain't think you gonna look. We ain't think you gonna look for it."
Made you look. You thought.
We just had to pull your leg a little bit. 2020.
All right. In security news,
Oh.
There's a massive security fail by Apple allowed total remote control of an iPhone via Wi-Fi. Now,
Ooh, that could have been bad.
yeah. So yeah, the like it was not that difficult for them to do. So apparently, what it is the way Apple handles kind of close range ad hoc wireless communications to devices. So whether it's your like how you could do AirPlay to various phones or other Apple devices, or to like your Apple TVs or your HomePod, there is a specific protocol that they use to just like say, hey, are you an Apple device? Cool, I got something I want to give you. Here you go, have it. But they always obfuscated what that was, so nobody really knew what was there and what it was used for. But one of their beta releases left that shit unmasked. So a researcher saw it and decided to dig into it. 6 months later, he got in and saw that, hey, if I connect to this, I can connect to any iPhone without them knowing and have access to the entire device, whether it's, photos and videos that they took, or even just access to the phone itself, and can just watch things live through a camera.
Yikes.
Big yikes.
So it's pretty much the equivalent of who in the hell left the gate open? Is that what you're trying to say?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Luckily the researcher was working with Google's Project Zero, and it's like an honor amongst thieves, but not really thieves. I guess honor amongst white hat hackers, to where if they
gentleman's agreement.
Yes, there we go. Thank you. To where if they find a vulnerability, they let the software manufacturer knows that, hey, we found this, and give them time to fix it before they disclose it. So that's what happened. This Google engineer let Apple know. Apple fixed it, and now we're finding out about it. The thing is that apparently this is only available for iOS devices up to, where was it? I do not see. Oh, there you go. Sometime prior to iOS 13.5. Which,
So that's pretty.
it's very recent, but there are certain phones that did not get even iOS 13.
So that's pretty much all the 10Rs.
Yeah, so
10
like, I mean, it's a good chunk of devices.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
good chunk
it's a
right
good
there.
chunk of devices, but there are still people who are using older devices.
Yeah.
There may be companies who are using like iPad Mini 2s or something like that. Like, I have an iPad Mini 2, I have an iPhone 6. Neither of them have iOS 13 on them, which means they're still susceptible to this vulnerability, at least according to this article. So there may be people who are using older iPhones because they just don't have the need to upgrade, or like they may be using companies because, again, they're just like, I mean, they may be point of sales machines. Apparently Sin is holding up a dope an iPhone with a very dope Extra Life carved case on it, which, again, I believe we talked about this before during the old time and on the previous channel that we were on.
Oh, are you trying to say I still need to slide into your DMs about some things? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Nah, we're putting a pause on that for a second. There are things. We could talk about that later. But yeah, like, there are people who have older phones or just older iOS devices in circulation where this could be an issue. So if you have a relatively modern iOS device, or just iPad OS, you're fine. But it's like those who are maybe using older devices, you may want to be careful. Those who may be using older iPod touches, you may want to be careful.
Just like to say that I am very upset with Apple as of today. because
Well, what happened?
I mean I was upset, but now I'm like really upset.
Royally
because
pissed.
I'm royally pissed because my phone, I have an iPhone 10 X, whatever you want to call it, was on FaceTime today, and it started overheating, which is happened before, but I just kind of like okay, whatever. But I mean, it really started overheating today, and I was on and it started getting slow. I could still hear my friend. My friend could still see me, and I could still see him, but it started moving slow. And then all of a sudden, FaceTime just started doing something weird. And then I tried to swipe out of it real quick, make sure that what was going on. Then it started opening apps by itself, and then almost deleted my apps by itself. And you know what? I was just like, okay, I gotta have to hard reset it because I had no control over my phone anymore. So basically, long story short, too long, didn't read. I might be switching to Android at some point in my life.
Pixel.
I've had enough, and I paid off my phone, and I'm not buying a 12. I'm not going to. So.
Pixel. Hey, I'll send you some Pixel 485G information.
I might go back to a flip phone. I'm trying to go off the grid.
Mm-hmm. So apparently, this was an article that I didn't include, but it might pertain to you a little bit. Mm-hmm. In iOS 14.2, it was a bullet point that didn't get mentioned in the release notes. iPhone 8 and later have gained support for 1080p FaceTime HD video calls on Wi-Fi. I'm wondering if that may contribute to your overheating issue.
Not sure, because I notice when I do FaceTime calls on Instagram, the phone overheats there too. And it's not all the time it overheats. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's really choosy about when it wants to do this. But ever since I updated to 14.2, it's just not been good. So I don't know what's going on.
I mean, it's like Cisco Ross says, there's a lot of Android devices out there. Again, I will go Pixel. I mean, I only got my iPhone.
The new Galaxy Flip. Like, how y'all feel about that one?
Flip phones ain't it yet.
I would, if you really want to spend like $2,000, I would rather go with the Motorola, the Razr one.
Yes.
I'd rather go with their Razr.
Yes.
Over the Flip. Over the Z Flip.
Mm-hmm.
But I still, like I said, like flip phones it's still not there.
Yeah, it's not there yet.
Also, wait a minute. Wait. If we're talking about flip phones, if we were talking about folding devices, why are you not going with the Microsoft Duo?
I didn't say I wasn't. I was just asking an opinionated question.
Oh, okay. I figured, Mrs. Microsoft herself, I peeked in one of your Vlogmas videos. Your front license plate is the Xbox logo.
That I made myself, by the way.
Wow.
So, yeah. I'm surprised like Microsoft Duo wasn't on, or the Surface Duo was not on the top of your list. But I forget Samsung kind of is in bed with Microsoft too. So,
yeah. To be fair, like I said, the whole like folding phone thing is kind of like
it's getting there.
It's getting there. Like with the exception of the Motorola, that's the only thing that's like I see that because it reminds me of my old phone because I had a Razr too.
Have you seen that new Lenovo foldable?
Let me look that one up.
MKBHD did a video on that a week or two ago.
Yeah, I probably missed that one.
And I know it's only a week or two ago because I just saw it yesterday.
Lenovo.
It's a damn. We have a Lenovo rep in the fucking chat. The X1 Fold. Yes, he actually even put it in chat. The X1 Fold. Shout out to Cisco Ross. One of the Lenovo reps that I that I am friends
Yay.
with.
I mean, I just want a regular flip phone. I don't need a smart flip phone. I just need just the
Are you going off the grid?
yeah. Hey, it's getting there. The world's getting crazier every day. I can't.
No, the world's not getting crazy. You're just being
Oh,
more
this.
alert to it.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, this.
Yeah,
is
they
dope.
put that on. That was like a CES thing like a couple of years ago. So I'm glad to see it
2000,
out
2000,
in the streets
this ain't-
now.
This ain't a phone. This is a tablet, right?
Yes. I'm just
Okay.
saying. We were talking about foldable tech, so I was like, "Hey, have you seen the new thing?"
Yeah, foldable tab, like a foldable tablet. I see that. Foldable phone. It's like unless it's like probably in the next 20, 50 years, like 20 or 50 years, sure. But now, no. Too chunky now.
Oh, no, not this.
So that link didn't come through, Cisco. We'll take a look at if you can get that fixed for me. Let's see. Next up, Apple announces its best App Store apps and games of 2020. Anka, are you sure you want to leave after hearing, what are the best apps and games on Apple's platform?
The only good game at this point on.
Like, come on. Like, Genshin Impact and Legends of Runeterra?
At this point.
Disco of Elysium. Oh, that's on Mac, so we're not going to talk about Disco Elysium.
Like,
Runeterra
Impact on my computer. I'm good.
Man, Runeterra is just Gwent. Get out of here. Yeah,
You did not.
I did.
I mean, are you wrong? You are not at all incorrect. But I mean, you didn't have to say the part on a megaphone like that.
How
yeah.
dare?
Yes,
You're
I've
right.
seen
But how
this.
dare?
Yeah, MKBHD covered this one too. This was actually pretty interesting too. This it's a phone, but it's like it wraps in itself, so you could kind of scroll it out to make it a tablet. You just gotta pull it apart, like the Connect.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Tonka, don't leave the smartphone line. Don't do it. Like don't get off the grid. Get on the grid.
No. See, mm-mm.
But come on, like again, Genshin Impact, Legends of Runeterra. What about Wake Out? You could have Wake Out. It's the best phone it's the best app of 2020. I don't know what it does, but you're gonna miss out.
You do know you can play Genshin Impact on Android, though. Right?
No, she's talking about getting rid of smartphones. Period.
Oh.
Look,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna go off the grid.
What about
because
Zoom?
I
You can't be on Zoom. You can't be on Zoom if you don't have a smartphone.
So,
So heads up, while we're here, the stream isn't. I just had another. Oh, I think we're back now. I just had another.
Yeah.
I had another dip in connection. Just
Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Everybody good? Everybody good?
Boy,
Everybody all right?
I'm glad the audio version will be great. The stream,
Yeah.
not so much. But yeah, Wake Out, Zoom, fantastical. Disney Plus. You can't watch Disney Plus on a flip phone.
True.
And then let's even the Google ones. The best of 2020 for Google. Like Luna, bedtime calm and relax. You can't relax with a flip phone. You'll be stressed about what you're missing out. Can't sleep.
I have to respectfully disagree, Major, because I took Instagram and Twitter off my phone recently, reinstalled it today because Sim was coming for my life. But I took it off my phone, and I've had it off my phone for over a month, and I actually did not miss it at all.
missed what?
Like social media or like being on my phone, I didn't miss it at all.
I don't know what that's like. I don't know what that feels like.
It's
Like,
great. It's
yeah.
Yes, I can't be alone with my thoughts, especially in the bathroom.
Like,
Although I have things that I come back to for pictures because they don't have like desktop interfaces that I can ever use.
Right.
And I like taking pictures, and I have like a whole grouping of people that I specifically talk to on Instagram and on no other medium. I have Instagram.
Yeah, for me,
but I will tell you what I've had on my phone, which has been nice to have on the phone, but is not at all necessary. Twitter. Boy, oh boy, me not reading Twitter in bed at 7:30 a.m.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I only have Twitter on my phone so that I can check if somebody were to mention me on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I need to stop running TweetDeck. That's my issue. Because then it's just there. It's like how people talk about like I need to stop doom scrolling. Like, what is doom scrolling if the timeline just moves?
Mm.
Like, if it just moves without my intervention, is that doom scrolling, or just I'm just like doom watching?
Mm-hmm. It's just like, it's like you just seeing all the bad stuff just trickling down. Like, oh,
because sometimes, like last night or like early this morning, I was doing some work and I left. TweetDeck was open on my MacBook, and I just happened to open up that app, or I just happened to alt tab to the app or whatever. It saw some things I did not want to see. It's like, see, this is why this should not be here.
It's like Clockwork Orange.
Doom conveyor belt. I love it. I love it.
I love it.
That's the best.
Like, I'm about to write that down.
Like, it's funny. Like, it's weird because people like, yes, all this doom scrolls. Like, I don't doom scroll. Like, Instagram is not doom and gloom for me enough. Twitter is where that would happen, but I don't scroll on Twitter. I don't have the time to do that on my phone. So it's like, it's only if I leave TweetDeck running and I'm looking at it that it's happening.
It's like
sit there and let it happen to me.
Mm-hmm. It's like, man, let me go.
For me, Twitter is where all the like whole doom scrolling thing happens. Instagram for me is normally, because of the people I follow, it's like, hey, I was working on a creative thing and I made paintings, or I made poems, or I made like really adorable comics, or somebody published a video from the weeb closet, or whatever. Right? So you have all of those things happening.
Right.
And or the person who is imitating Rance Allen. Like, it's summarily like a positive experience for me whenever I do go there.
Instagram is like the best. It's like where Facebook is the worst place, Instagram is the best place for me.
Yeah. Instagram is like my palate cleanser because it's either like it's like the streamer community, brands, my favorite plus size models, and then just like whatever, and then pretty much all the meme shit and like the nears and dears. Like that's like, about it. It's like all that calming stuff.
Instagram and Oculus are Facebook's two best companies, and I hope they do not ruin them any further than they do.
Oculus
is new, so
yeah. When I listen to that Business Wars podcast about TikTok and Instagram, Mark almost fucked it up with the terms of service, and I'm like, ooh, I had to backpedal on that bad boy real quick. I was like, ooh, Mark. You almost messed it up, Chief. I'm like, man, that's what I say. That TOS, man. So
it's almost like I want to try WhatsApp, but I don't know anybody on WhatsApp to where like that isn't on Discord or.
Well, see, WhatsApp ain't for you. WhatsApp is not for us.
Oh.
Because for us, we have so many means of communication that we don't need WhatsApp.
Oh,
WhatsApp is like for my mom. WhatsApp is for like my mom, the F-boy community, and that was Clicks. Clicks was for the F-boy community right there. I remember that. I was big in the F-boy community. But yeah, WhatsApp ain't for us because yeah, because we got Discord, we got Skype, we got all. Yeah, Steam. If we can communicate on Steam, Twitter, Instagram. We don't know if somebody needs to get in touch with us. there are ways and means to get in touch
Yeah,
with
because
us.
like
and
when
to
I was in
convey.
college, when WhatsApp first started, before it was acquired by Facebook, like there were people at A&T who were trying to use it, but I
Right.
think for me, I didn't have a smartphone to really get
What's
into
an
it like
A&T?
that. So by the time I got one, I was like, "Oh, we not on that? Okay, all right, cool, sure, whatever."
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Line. That was one.
Yeah,
So WeChat. Yeah. Like I still see like I watch anime and somebody's like, "What's your line?" And I'm like,
I
Do
know.
you like? Okay, so the only reason why I happen to know about all of those applications is because I am in fact a weeb. So it was like one of those things where someone has like all of like people in Italy are like, hey, do you have a Telegram? All of the people who like live in an Asian country are like, hey, do you have a WeChat? But almost universally, no matter where I'm talking to, is a hey, do you have a WhatsApp for this?
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, like, 'cause I hear them talk either Telegram, Line, WhatsApp.
Right.
But yeah, like, I was like, man, I wish I
And
could get into
in
these
most
apps.
of
Like,
those
people keep
cases
talking about them, but I don't know anybody who's using them.
In most of those cases, it's people who want to message you without the message disappearing.
Right. The
Because Craigslist isn't a thing anymore.
yeah. Let me show you. Let me probably do my age. I remember like I remember like Yahoo Messenger and MSN Messenger, AOL.
Yep.
But then here's the wild part. That IC that IC what was that?
ICQ.
ICQ was like, bro, that was like everybody had a username, but ICQ they had numbers.
Yep.
Be like, girl, what's your ICQ
So
number?
user 9994-12084, and also ICQ. I have some fond memories. I really enjoyed using the program because of the little typewriter noise whenever you were sending a message or whatever, and you were just in the middle of typing. It was very satisfying. But if you had that phone or your computer at a normal volume,
Yes.
and you had those speakers on or those headphones on, and you forgot that screen, when you hit 100% on that boot screen, would have this loud air horn sound effect every time. And no one remembered it. No one. Like, you can log in for days, log out, forget about it, log back in, and just be like, bomb. At 3 a.m. when you knew you were supposed to be in your bed, and your parents you done told your parents you weren't going to be up on the internet or whatever. Now they're just like, what was that? Why you out here?
Mm-hmm. When Yahoo Messenger had the buzz on it, when you could buzz somebody, like, it took you a long time to like reply. Oh, you ain't replied back to my message yet. You hit that buzz, and somebody would be like, what? And I'd be like, I told you what happened. I told you you ain't got back with me but you ain't told me what you thought about the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, man. You ain't tell me nothing about that. So it's like, when I tell you, and then was like, Yahoo Messenger had a phone app, I was like, you mean to tell me I could talk to people anywhere I'm at?
See, for me, it was when they integrated SMS integration.
Yes.
So I was able to text folks.
But
finding those apps that were all in one, like Trillion.
Yeah. Trillion.
So I could be logged into AOL, Yahoo, MSN, ICQ, all of them at the same damn time.
Boy, it's like you felt like that was when I felt like the future was
power
the future.
users right here. Like, I was a power user at 15.
Yeah, like I said, Trillion and Pigeon. Where you
Yes,
be like, hold on.
Pigeon, yes. I
Pigeon
didn't want to mention Pigeon because I know that almost exclusively from Linux.
But see, Pigeon, like say, what was cool, Pigeon had like a Windows app too.
Yeah, because it's open source. It's open source, so
it was open source. Yeah.
I use Pigeon. I use Pigeon exclusively in Linux, man. That shit was the best.
I was like, TAC is with us, man. He's like, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The vibes.
Oh,
The vibes.
All right. So before we Uncle, what was your first instant messaging platform?
Oh gosh. Uh, was it AIM or AIM or Bebo? What? Gosh, I can't remember. AOL, whatever. One of them.
That was AIM.
So, yeah, you may know it as AIM, but yeah, like back then it was just AOL Instant Messenger, and you could before you could only get that if you had an AOL account, and then they finally opened it up for everybody.
Ooh, and AIM. It was like AIM was that like
That was the gold standard.
It was the gold. It was the gold standard. It was like AIM, and then it was like Yahoo, and basically Yahoo and like MSN were like bulking up with each other, and then they were like fighting for like second place, and then under the radar was ICQ. That was like the fringe because it had the numbers, and then it was just like, and then you just had like, oh man, I'm on the. Man, I got all them accounts, man. I be on all
exactly.
Look, man.
Oh,
man, I gotta keep. Yeah, man, I gotta keep up with everybody on every place, man. You know what I'm saying? I got my email, my.
Like that's still me now. Is it? Look, there is no like if you want to get in touch with me, there is no reason you can't.
Right.
That's why I want the WhatsApp. That's why I want the line. That's why I want the Telegram. Because like, look. There should be no reason you can't get in contact with me. But I'm also, because of all of those spaces, it makes it be easier for me to disappear.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, for us, it's like, yeah, it's great. But then it's like, for the first, like, couple days when you start using it, but that bad boy's gonna get dusty in that it's gonna get dusty real quick. Because that's what it was with WhatsApp. Like, oh, this is nice. And then everybody responds to me. Like, everybody hits me up on Twitter. Everybody hits me up on Discord. Everybody hits me on Instagram. Everybody hits me on the nears and dears family and nears and dears hit me up on Facebook. I got email. You can't get in touch with me. If you can't get in touch with me, I don't know what else to tell you.
Exactly.
You just didn't want to talk to me. That's what it really comes down to.
I think that's what Anka's issue is. She just don't want nobody to talk to her. She don't want to enjoy all these.
I don't want nobody to talk to me. It's not that. I want to limit how much I converse. Because I'm trying to retire by the time I'm 30. So I can't do too much talking. So.
Man, dang, but then when you retire at 30, you're going to be wanting to talk to everybody.
Exactly.
And they was like, look, I'm too busy.
Uh-huh.
I got things to do.
Talk to me in 5 years.
You got 5 minutes.
Right.
Elevator pitch. No elevators.
Right.
Oh my goodness. All right. So apparently Anka's going to be installing all these iOS and Android apps.
Hey, I'm good.
She can always do an iPad. That's always something.
So I can't remember if we talked about this.
We talked about it, but I don't know if we did on.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a show, but I don't know why he wrote it why he said it had to be a writer. He could just put the link there and we'd have been fine. I'd have been fine.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, I'm still mad.
Data caps is the devil. But anyway, yeah.
Comcast to enforce 1.2, which is a weird number, terabyte data cap in entire 39 state territory in early 2021. Sin, you have to.
Father God.
Mm-hmm. Dig deep. I mean, I'm just gonna say that data caps is the devil, but you know.
Taking a moment to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a moment. So, I would like everyone's undivided attention as I remind us all, just collectively, as a group, that it has been 6 to 7 months since these companies put out there for the whole world to see that they could give you all that data and then some for free, and it would not put a dent in the money that they make. Not none. They did that for 90 days. What do you mean you want to slide up over here and be like, well, we need to put data caps up here? What do you need to put them there for? What do you need to put them there for 39 states for? Did you just literally decide to give us a trial run to see how much data we were using in this way? We'll just set a cap right there. Like, really, what were y'all doing? What was that? Dear, like, telecom everywhere, fuck y'all for that bullshit. Like, that is completely and entirely unnecessary. You literally do not have to have these data caps. And you proved that you didn't have these data caps, much like everyone everywhere proved exactly how much we do not have to pay them for. And it would not impact their bottom line whatsoever.
Data caps are the devil. They mean they're just a business move. They're not even like technical. They're just a business move. They're like their supposed reason is piracy, but it pretty much slaps everybody who streams, who downloads game files, who like I mean literally like anybody that buys Steam games or digital games, it's gonna have troubles.
So here's the other thing too, because here's the thing that I feel needs to be stated. One, we already know that they don't need to do this, right? They don't need to. So anything that they do, and I need y'all, like, if you are watching this podcast, if you're listening to this podcast, I need your ears on and your eyes on if you're watching, right? The only reason they are doing this is for extra money. The only reason they are doing this is for extra money. And mind you, I said extra money, not money they need to keep the business open, not money that they need to keep things stable, not money that they need to pay their employees. I would like anybody, anywhere, to tell me about the companies that close in telecom over this entire thing. Did any of them close? Did any of them close? I don't think they did. Like, companies are acquiring other companies. They're doing good and damn well right now. However, in the middle of all this other stuff with this data cap, let's also not forget, people are still going to need all of that data they've been using for however long, cap or not, because the pandemic is still happening.
In full swing. It
doesn't change. We're about to hit a spike in 2 weeks. We're about to hit another spike in a month. We're probably going to hit 2 spikes in a 4-week period come the beginning of 2021. But sure, data caps at 1.2 terabytes, I guess. Like, people don't need to use streaming services, or that people don't need those services in general. Man, throw yourselves away. I don't know how y'all aren't even getting the data that you paid for on Comcast, to be real with you, in the first place. I don't know why y'all would. I don't know what they're putting the data cap on there for. People aren't getting half of what they already paid for.
Negrodamus moment. Bet money that Peacock uses none of that data cap. Thanks to a person who we talked about during the front of the hour. That's gonna happen. Because guess what? ISPs could just be like, hey guys, you can stream all the stuff that you want on Peacock, and you don't have to use Hulu and places like that. None of that's gonna count to the data caps. None of it. Not one drop.
And so, as a larger pattern here, we need to talk about how so many things are just happening, and most of it with the hope that we have forgotten what they already did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna repeat that. You got a whole bunch of people who are like literally doing things to like at this point scam us straight up out of money left, right, and center because they hope that we forgot about it, and they're slowly trying to get back to business as usual, but they're not increasing other people's pay. They're not providing any kind of economic relief, and they have absolutely no problem with laying people off whenever it's convenient for them. So, with all of that, I would urge us not to forget those 3 golden months where literally everyone across the board was like, hey, you don't have to pay for this. Hey, you don't have to pay for this. You don't have to pay for that. You can have this because we understand that y'all are at home and in the middle of the pandemic and you can't leave.
Right.
That's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That was everybody.
Shoot, we benefited from
Did
that.
Google lose money over this year? Because I'm pretty sure they didn't. And like I know Amazon didn't because no matter what happened, Amazon made more money this year than they have in almost every year previous to now.
They had no
For
choice. No
worse
choice.
service. For
Exactly.
worse service. They got more money and had people waiting weeks on Prime for
Well,
not even like essential.
So I mean, part of that too was it wasn't their fault though.
I mean, I'm not mad at like the delivery times because I mean those are things that you kind of have to take as a given for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
But they didn't say, hey yo, you get cheaper Prime rates.
Again, I see what you're saying, but for some people, like the infrastructure was not built for so many people to start shipping things at one time.
Right.
They could not control that. I can see if they control what FedEx, UPS, DHL did.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you can't expect
anything with those delivery services. No matter what we say, I'm just going to be mad at the Postmaster General. That's their fault.
Like that's on him. That's on him. I can't blame Amazon for my packages shipping and slipping dates because more people were trying to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we couldn't go outside. It sucks that yes, they made more money because of it, but I can't blame them for the logistics of it.
And it's one of these things where it's one of those like, are people not paying you enough money? Because it's not like you stopped billing them. So what's the tea, Comcast? What's this about?
Also to Kev's question, Peacock does go against their data usage for at least for Xfinity users. So it does go against their caps. It is not free for them.
I mean, it'll probably be fit for Mr. Pai.
You're right. I just hope that once, like going back to the beginning of the show with Ajit Pai leaving and hopefully bringing somebody in who can start working the net neutrality stuff back in. Excuse me.
And all
like we can start
also,
seeing these things get rolled back.
Right. Plus, somebody.
When you see these companies publishing this stuff, you see these news articles on your social media feeds, you see them coming across. Like, it is my hope and my earnest prayer that y'all drag them, right click and drag them straight into the trash and do not push recycle.
Pity party in the mentions. That's what I'm trying. Because that's what I'm saying. I just hope that we can have that we can finally get an FCC that looks at this and say like, why are you doing data caps? Like why? Like why
because
are you doing data caps?
They're capping the amount of data that somebody downloads. Talking about like the power users, but the amount of data doesn't affect anything. If anything, it's the speed. Like if you fill the pipe, then you fuck it up for people. Not the amount of data. I guess it's like if you slow them down.
Yes.
Like I can see if it was like me that one time a couple of weeks ago when I was downloading a gigabit per second worth of shit for several minutes. That may have become an issue for a lot of people. But I didn't download 1.2 terabytes of data. I'd have been here for a while. Well, actually, I don't know. Like, that may have taken not an hour to do, but it's not so much how much data you download, it's how fast you do it that's the issue with the internet. That's what you need to worry about with power users. If they're using that speed sustained,
Yeah.
then okay. I can see not necessarily a cap, but you may throttle them. I get that.
Right.
I get that.
That's what we get. And if you're worrying about the whole concept of bandwidth, where it's like
bandwidth is a thing. That's a limited resource. Data, like just the amount of data that you are transferring,
it is nothing. It's like unless somebody's running a crypto farm, sure.
And even then, that's not a lot.
But that's not that date. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's not even bandwidth intensive. That may be intensive on power.
Right.
And even then, that's only power to your house. It doesn't affect anybody else.
But I'm saying that is. Yeah, it will affect. Yeah, but that's like that's only against the infrastructure part of it. But that only comes on to you being able to step your game up and get your infrastructure right to be able to handle big loads like that. Yeah. But then even if that's a problem, just as you said, Major, you can like dial that back, and it's to the way that's not a problem.
And the thing is, like, somehow I don't know how I managed to do it, but yeah, I got a gigabit per second. I got a gigabit per second of data coming from somewhere. I still don't know how the hell I did it, because of the fact that if I were to download something from Steam, I can only download from Steam servers as fast as they'll let me. If I was downloading something from Blizzard, I can only download as fast as they let me. There is no one service that I'm aware of, residential consumer level, that will allow me to send anything at a gigabit. Nothing. Even uploading to YouTube, it caps me at about 400. And even then, I'm not sending a terabyte. Like, I don't have 16K footage I'm trying to upload to YouTube. Nobody does. YouTube, like, what the fuck are you doing?
But then that's what I'm saying. Like day-to-day stuff, it's like my mom will never hit the cap. Because why? But for those who do, that's kind of a thing. That's kind of like, why? Why we still having data caps in 2020 right now, when we're basically all home and doing stuff digitally now? If it's supposed to be like a digital only future, why is it that we're still having to like contend with data caps? For what reason? Like I say, data caps is the devil, and it's just basically a business.
So here's the thing for me. It would be different. It would be a different conversation, right? If we hadn't had the several months that we had. Because data caps to a point are understandable when your understanding is, hey, like we only have so much infrastructure to support the amount of things and people trying to connect all these services, right? However, they then exposed their whole hand for 3 whole months, and we went, oh, I thought these data caps were necessary. They are not necessary. Y'all can literally just support the whole country doing whatever the hell it is they want to do for 3 whole months and not be bothered by it. And this is the part that is angering for me. It would be different, right, if like we always had those data caps all the way through, and then they were just like, we set the data caps here or here for whatever reason, but y'all just didn't have any for a whole quarter. And then at the end of the year went, nah, we're about to impose a limit for 39 states. Oh, hell no.
That's really it. I mean,
it's like the first time you realize that you're not gonna get pulled over for running a speed limit sign at more than the speed limit possesses, and you're just like, oh, so I can just, as long as I'm not wilding out here, this is mostly just a guideline. Oh,
Yeah, this don't make no. Like I've always been against data caps, but yet it's just still thinking about like just the.
I'm gonna be forever furious about it. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna write about it every time I see it.
Yeah, it's just the fucking concept of it. Like this makes no sense at all. Like fuck the pandemic part of it. Again, the amount of data means nothing when you were talking about network congestion. If it is a sustained thing, then yes, stop that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Y'all
sense.
did it to me very effectively. I could not watch Netflix and Hulu for 5 days. But if somehow, like if I'm needing to transfer 1.2 terabytes of data, I'm probably doing it for a reason. Again, maybe because of the pandemic, work is now changing. Even after the fact, there are a lot of companies who are now saying that these employees can work from home. Like we focus on tech and gaming. We've got people who are probably transferring builds of games over the network.
Yes.
And I know for a fact that, at least in my area, one of the Spectrum people that I got to talk to who were super pleasant was like, we've realized over the course of this pandemic that we have to actually just update infrastructure.
It's like this.
So it's not like, so I just need y'all to be aware of that. If they're trying to be like, we're going to set this whole thing, it's literally a money grab because the only thing they have to do is update infrastructure. It has nothing to do with the amount of data that you use.
Nothing.
None whatsoever. Because if it did, they couldn't just go, well, if you give us $900, we can let you use twice the amount of data you have. Like, I just, like, the ghetto. The ghetto.
The ghetto.
Oh.
And again.
Well, I may have some good news for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Or
so
actually, no. This actually may be bad news, especially if you're in the 39 states that are getting a data cap. Y'all might have to go to a movie theater because Warner Brothers will release new movies simultaneously in theaters and on HBO Max.
Okay.
So, brave a pandemic or brave your data cap? The choice is yours.
Yep, I have AT&T, so I don't have to worry about that. No data caps on me.
And HBO Max is free.
Yep. Yep.
Did you forget we are still in a pandemic? Did you forget about that? We're not trying to be in an enclosed room. We are not trying to be in an enclosed room.
That's what HBO Max. But see, that's what HBO Max is providing you an out.
Yeah, because think about it. Let's say
it's one of the things like we're doing this in movie theaters, or you can watch this from your house.
Sin is like there is no either or.
Got you. Okay. It took me a while. I got you. I'm there now.
Yeah. Sin is saying like there is no. It's like Ghostbusters. There is no Dana. There's only Zool. Like that's it.
I understand.
Like that's it.
Understand. I'm literally singing this song right now.
It's like why y'all going out? What you mean you going out to theaters? Why we going out to theaters? Ain't nobody going out to theaters.
Why would Warner Brothers make a statement like people should be going outside to the movie theater?
I think more or less the statement is, hey, these movies that we're going to release in theaters, we're also, like, for those who aren't going to a theater, because, you know, y'all the smart ones, we're also putting it day and date with HBO Max.
Right.
I don't think it's so much, hey, these movies are coming out on HBO Max, but we're also going to put it in the theater. It's the other way around. I think it's just the other way around. Like, these movies were going to come on theaters because they have those obligations to movie theaters, which will refuse to close. And in the event that we get out of this and there are theaters still open, they still want to have that good standing.
I did not find out that anybody in this chat or listening to this podcast showed up at a movie theater in the middle of a pandemic. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I've completely and utterly been like, no.
No, like seeing this New York was good news for me. It was like great.
Yeah, because I'm like, cool.
I actually might watch Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch.
I wasn't planning on doing so, but I just might now. Space Jam. Let's watch Space Jam. Let's go.
Like Tom and what was it? Tom and Jerry. There's Tom and Jerry animated.
I didn't even know that was a thing until today.
Yeah, I seen like I think I seen stills of it, and I was like, okay, I like that. But yeah, I like the Suicide Squad comes out. I think the Doom, which I'm gonna watch Doom because I like Doom. Not Doom, but Doom.
I think we need to take a pause and a moment of silence for THC Stalker. They just found out that they are affected by the Comcast 39 state data cap.
In the arms of the angel.
Can we get F in chat?
Can we get some F's? Can we get some F's in the chat, please? F's in the chat.
So sorry.
F's in the chat.
Sorry for your loss.
Wait, what happened?
THC Stalker is is one of those affected by the Comcast data caps.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Play some Sarah McLachlan on your own because we can't because it's Demaka, but you know the vibes.
I will remember you
in the arms of the angel. Well, we broke Major.
Lyrics in the chat. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for those who can enjoy HBO Max and not go to a movie theater, there you go. Movies are coming out. Again, Wonder Woman, The Matrix 4, apparently that's almost ready for release. Space Jam.
I mean, at least y'all can like catch the more like the most recent. Although I'm I'm curious about what the pricing model is going to be on that because they're going to try to recoup money from this.
I don't think so. I mean, no, there's been no word on that, and like I doubt, especially with Wonder Woman coming out in like 23 days or 22 days, and they've not said it. Like at least with Mulan, Disney like, y'all getting charged, and they told us day one. Yeah,
that was fucked up.
Yeah, and I regret paying that $30.
I was trying to.
Not a good movie.
You could have told you could have asked me. I would have tried. I told you, nah, man.
It looked like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It's like, all right, I could go for that.
You were better off taking that $30 and buying you a digital copy of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
I know that now, but I mean, it's on Netflix, so why would I do that?
That's what I'm saying. I would have rather done that than spend $30 on this.
I was hoping. You can't.
Hoping and dreaming and praying.
Exactly. Look, I make bad decisions. And, man, I forget that February of 2020 was February 2020 was this year.
Yeah, when I seen
the month I bought and lost my drone.
when I literally saw that man, seen that man jump off his horse, seated, and start running across that wall, I was like, oh hell no! That don't even work for me. And then hear all the stuff that came out about that movie, I was like, no.
Yeah, I found out about it after the fact.
There were some concerns I had with how that movie works, but I know that the style of movie that they were going for has an actual name genre for all of that, and it's the same kind of stuff that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and other movies like that were made in. I think the style they were trying.
Lotus, yeah, yep.
Yeah,
you bet.
It looked at least looked cool, but yeah, after seeing it and hearing about all this stuff after I watched it, damn it.
Yep. You were bet.
Anyhow,
you chose poorly.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Moving over to gaming news.
Oh yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077 saves to PS5 and Xbox Series, or you can bring your Cyberpunk 2077 saves to PS5 and Xbox Series X and S.
Interesting.
Spider-Man should definitely, they're doing it now. Or actually, I don't know if that update's out. But they're updating Spider-Man to do that, but you'd have to wait. The thing is, you have to wait to get that functionality, which is dumb. Anywho, Cyberpunk's doing it out of the gate. So, also in more Spider-Punk, Spider-Punk. That'd be a dope Spider-Man skin though.
I'm
pretty sure it has to be, right?
No, what's the thing?
That's what I figured. I figured that was in there. In more Cyberpunk news, I don't have it listed here, but Apparently, there are copies of the game being released early, and they are not playing. They will DMCA you if they find that you are posting any content of the game prior to release. So don't do it.
Are they actually going to release it on time this time?
It's a week out.
What, Cyberpunk?
It's a week out. I swear.
You know something? Considering my very, very complex feelings about the whole game, I'm just gonna say, when y'all get it, I hope y'all enjoy it. Keep me posted. Let us know how that went.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna let y'all have that.
Now y'all making me feel bad for wanting to play it.
I want you to feel bad. I don't want you to feel bad.
It's just the voice, it's just the tones and the statements being made.
I have issues with kind of some stuff that has happened in the background with the company doing stuff, but like the game itself, I'm pretty sure is going to be cool. I think it's one of those things that I will absolutely be here for people who decide to play it and like watch it and stuff.
Same.
If they do that, because like y'all are cool, but like I kind of want to fight the company who made it real quick.
Yes.
Like I just want to just meet them in the middle of like Peachtree Road, and have a word.
It's like the thing that I feel about Overwatch is like I don't like the company who made Overwatch, and I'm like mad about it, and I'm glad Destiny 2 found its way not to be a part of that company anymore.
Wait, are we talking about Activision or Blizzard?
Talking about both.
Because I still see them as separate companies. Now I know they're the same. I know they're one and the same, but I still view them as two separate companies.
Okay, with Blizzard.
I'm getting a 2-for-1 on this.
No, it's a 2-for-1 deal. I 2-for-1 hate both of them.
Because
both of them. Both of them?
I'm indifferent on Blizzard, but Activision, okay. Activision is like,
two companies, one hatred.
Yeah, okay,
exactly.
Okay.
It's like I loathe Activision, and I'm coming to loathe Blizzard too because of the last Blizzard deals. And I like it with Blizzard. It kind of broke my heart because as somebody who has played a lot of like Warcraft over the who literally like almost set his like Packard Bell on fire trying to play like Warcraft 2 and StarCraft, that kind of stuff. But for the recent amount of moves that they've made, like Warcraft 3 Forged and the whole Blitzchung thing. And
all right. So my question is, at this point, out of all the publishers that are out there, who are we still supporting? Is EA coming back?
EA is basically
Boy, bye.
No, like not EA, because not even for The Sims anymore.
Oh my god!
So really, what it comes down to is like
there's no Ubisoft.
Ubisoft with only if you mean Anode and Destiny.
No, we can't. We can't pick and choose games. We can't pick and choose games here. We can't. So it's
fuck Ubisoft.
Exactly, because like we couldn't pick and choose games with Blizzard, with Activision Blizzard. So there's no EA, there's no Ubisoft, no Activision Blizzard.
Nope.
Because it's like gaming companies, games, and ethics, and how all of that works around is complicated. Because here's the thing. The way that things are set up, I think I have like 2 whole games maybe that I play that are not made by problematic people, and then I'm like, so I have to.
That's the thing.
And so it's one of those things of trying to choose which problematic grouping of people you want to deal with.
Right.
And in that case, there are some that you choose and some that you don't. For example, not me out here playing League of Legends, but I play League of Legends because like fucking Riot. On the other hand, it's like on the and that's for like communities and stuff for other reasons that I'm already entrenched in. But when we have things coming down the horizon that don't even exist, and for me, the trans folks in my circle are just like, hey, y'all, can we talk about the way that this game handles some stuff? Because that's like kind of concerning, and people are just like, y'all need to get out your feelings. And it's kind of like, y'all aren't trans though. You can't just like tell people that. Like that's their whole experience. It's the same way that like guy was ready to come up with that knife back there when Ubisoft was like, hey, the bad guy uses like Black Power Fist as their main logo. Who were just like, bitch, what you mean? You about to get these hands. What do you mean?
Right. It's literally like the point where it's like, that's where I've come up, that's where, you know me, I've come up with the phrase, I love you, but fuck you. Because that's basically the level of, you make the games, you make some of the games that I like, but you are a fucking embarrassing heap of a company. Like, that's basically what it is.
You just look at these companies like, how are y'all not embarrassed to exist in the way that you exist? How dare you?
How are you not being sued right now? Like, how are you not sued? How are you not in court? How are you not in court right now? How are you not dragged to like somebody's like court right now?
I mean, I feel like legally they're protected as art.
No, I'm not. No, not art. The crimes. The crimes.
What crimes? That's the question.
The crimes?
Literally, what crimes are they committing?
The sexual abuse, maybe?
Oh, we're still talking about Riot. Oh, Riot. Oh, definitely.
I'm not talking about Riot. I'm talking about Ubisoft.
I'm sorry.
The literal crimes. We're talking about crimes.
Them. Okay, those. I thought we were talking about like just how. Okay, you know what?
Think about the crimes. The crimes.
I didn't know we were talking about Ubisoft. I wouldn't have said it, dude.
The literal perp walks. That's what. You know, like I'm not talking about like the bad. I'm not talking about like the bad tape comments and
yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was. I don't know you were talking about the
crimes.
See, okay, got you. I'm here now. I am here. I am in France. I am in Montreal with you right now. I'm talking
about the criminal cases. I'm talking about the civil cases. I'm talking about literal. Oh, you just not paying no money. What? I'm talking about tax evasion. Crime.
Now we're talking about Trump.
That Mark Zuckerberg is being investigated for right now.
I'm literally talking about the. Why are you not in front of Congress? Why are you not? That's really what it comes down to.
I would say Ubisoft's a French company, and that may be why.
Why are you not in France? Why aren't you in France?
Why are you not in front of French Parliament?
Under crimes. Because literally, France. Like I said, I'm not aware on a lot of things, but I'm aware that France and Canada have courts. I'm aware of that. So I'm like, why are y'all not under? Why is like Yeast not standing in front of like? Why is not Yeast not standing in front of either Macron or God? What was his name? Oh
Trudeau?
God, from Canada.
Trudeau.
I'm surprised he's not standing in front of those dudes right now and just being like, "Yo, what the fuck, bro?" You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, like the literal crimes.
Again,
like,
was not with you. I am with you now. I apologize. Yes. I thought we were talking about court of opinion, not actual court of law. Got you.
Court of opinion, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about crime. I'm also talking about crimes.
Well, speaking of court of opinion, I feel like justice has been served.
Yes.
A scalper group claimed to secure 1,000 Xbox Series X orders. Boy, trying to get the plural on that is just weird. Then the retailer canceled them.
They get.
When I tell you. The literal hand clap of praise right now.
That's what they freaking get.
See,
you love to see it.
You love to see it. This also reminds me of that guy who bought like a whole bunch of hand sanitizer and like Amazon just said, "Nah, not today, fam."
And then he was left with all that hand sanitizer.
And then he's like,
and then had to quote unquote donate it to charity.
Donate to charity.
See, that's what I want to talk about. I might need to verify some receipts on this, but the rumor on the Twitters was that this person slid up into the Twitters that just said, forget your feelings, tap in, quote unquote, and had a whole bunch of Xboxes in a garage where people were literally able to find them. And someone posted a picture of a ski mask and some boots and like showed up at his house. Bruh got robbed, according to the reports. Bruh got robbed of all them consoles and then had to go ahead and just log on out of Twitter for a while. And I'm just like,
you can't
this is
go.
what you get. It's what she deserves.
You can't go pull up and then expect people not to pull up. Like, bruh.
But see, all right. So one, I'm glad that justice was served that day.
Oh my
But
God.
I think I'm still having an issue though. There are still some people out here who are supporting the actions of these scalpers.
And they're big dummies too.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Uncle's right. The
If
big
they
dummy.
were selling it a cheaper price,
Yeah.
maybe, but that's not what they were doing.
No.
These people were charging far more than they needed to in order to get, like profit from this. And it's like, yo, I don't know why you're supporting. It's that same level of, aren't you embarrassed by this when you see people go to bat for like these super rich people because people are criticizing their actions or whatever? They're not paying you, boo. They're not about to slide up in into your pockets with coin or a Birkin bag or any of that. Like, they are not helping you. They would have cheated you out your money too.
Yeah.
What you
Right.
mean?
And it's like, well, it really baffled me, like when I was seeing the tweets come through, and they were like, they bitch, listen, like look, I know what it's like, not having money, being broke. We got to do what it is. If I say, I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth either. I feel like at 32 years old, I've done very well for myself, but I'd be damn if I sit there and celebrate somebody who is trying to rob somebody of joy, who is trying to break the system to keep people further down. What really upset was like this person is like,
They're literally no different from Comcast inserting those data caps.
Yeah,
Right.
like they made it. You don't have anything to worry about, and I guess that's the reason why you feel the way you do, because you and I are fighting for it. You're not fighting for the PlayStation, the Xbox, the graphics card, the Switch. So, like, it hurt me. It hurt me so much to see it. It's like,
Right.
yeah, you don't realize how bad of a take you just made.
Yeah.
Like,
Just.
Oh, wait, but then trying to build a whole system around it too, because also according to the article in question, they got other people to pay them for access to all this stuff. Imagine being the fool out here who got told that y'all were going to be able to make all this money off this scam, and then not, like, Joanne done got y'all. I don't know if y'all remember Joanne the scammer, but Joanne done came into your house and stole your microwave and everything else, and then left with your car keys, the deed to your house, and everything else. And y'all just out here. Now, all of you who bought into this are out here looking foolish, but you can't ask for that money back because that means you'd have to admit that you did something terrible.
Right.
Look at you. Look at you. God don't like ugly with your unmoisturized selves putting raisins in your potato salad. This is why you don't do things.
And he's not a fan of cute either. I'll tell you what. When I tell you the literal comeuppance, like, I can't. We try every day. I try every day to be telling folks, like, don't buy this shit. Like, don't buy it.
Please.
Don't buy it. Do not buy it on eBay.
Be like Kevin. Get you
Right.
friends like Kevin. Buy from people like Kevin who are just like, see, I know that you're trying to do something, so here's where I'm going to point you to where it is on sale. Be that person.
Right. I'm literally every time I see a Switch, every time I see the link, I'll be like, somebody tells me I need something, because I'm basically home all day. I'm basically in front of my computer. I got my alerts up. I basically, when I hear that alert, I'm like, send here and through, and be like,
Kevin is
here
the
you
shadow
go.
broker.
Yeah, I'm the shadow broker.
He's the shadow
Like,
broker.
I'm out here making deals. I'm out here letting people know information. Hey, yo, I got this information. Go hit it. That's how I got mine. I literally got my, I got mine pre-pandemic. My Switch,
Yeah.
pre-pandemic. But I knew as soon as like pandemic starts hitting, that's like, oh shit, people gonna be home, people gonna be bored, people gonna have money, and they gonna try to buy all these consoles. Like I remember the PS4 started disappearing. I seen like PS4 start disappearing, and I know if them PS4s are disappearing and nobody's buying them, and we're in a year of a new console generation. What a PS5 gonna look like? What is a Xbox Series X gonna look like? Be prepared. Like I'm like, and folk are like pressed out here in these streets talking about, man, I can't get one. I can't get one. I'm like, bruh, nobody's getting one because it's gonna be a shit show. Prep for it. Prepare for it. Get on these things and get ready because it's gonna saddle up, Buttercup, because it's gonna be a big deal. That's why. Well,
no, go ahead.
Now I'm just saying I've relegated that I'm gonna get my Series X next year, probably like next summer or next fall. It is what it is because the way my checking and savings is set up, probably not gonna happen. More likely thinking about maybe getting them computer parts instead. May or may not do those, whoever. But I figure it gives myself enough breathing room to be able to figure out what I want to do as opposed to trying to get something now, knowing good and damn well I'm not going to get it.
Well,
and I mean, quiet as it's kept, I wasn't about to be out here. Okay, so I'm going to put it like this. I watch things and learn from people vicariously. I'm not about to be out here suffering pain. I don't have to. So when I see y'all just sitting here talking about how for a week in a row you have sat here for 8 hours a day hitting refresh on the same set of 5 websites and people are out here sniping your purchases.
Could not be
I see companies talking about how they're marking up their prices by like thousands of dollars to discourage people from buying them, but then low-key passing out vouchers for that to discount that amount so that the scalpers don't get them. I'm not trying to fight with y'all. I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, just wait. I literally will wait. I'm gonna be like Boomy in my shoe, waiting for the eclipse to take what I need. And that's it. Shout out to the 5 people who got that Avatar reference.
I see you and I appreciate you.
Well, one of the people who doesn't have to worry about their checking and savings is Travis Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Especially after his Fortnite appearance, which reportedly earned him $20 million.
And I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you, I'm not really a Fortnite person. I played a few rounds with my homie Honey. And I can tell you right there, and I've seen that show in question. I gotta tell you, the man earned every 20 million of that dollars. Like the literal show that show was only made me like jealous that I did not take my ass in there and at least try to experience it myself digitally, because it was like, man, a fucking ride that was. So
Honestly,
it was very cool. Like 10-story Travis Scott performing digitally. Like, bro.
when he came in though, I don't play Fortnite anymore. I just gross. Anyway, but from what the video I saw of it, it was actually really pretty cool how he came in and everything. They did that.
They did that. And I'm like,
So we can watch parts of it, but we can't listen to it.
Yeah, we can watch parts of it because Damaka,
Wow.
like, and it started. Yeah, and it started off like pretty chill. Like, okay.
So yeah, he ain't hurting. He can get every console. Actually, you know what? Doesn't he have? Isn't he? It's like some chief design architect or some shit with PlayStation now.
Wow.
It wasn't like one of the first people with a PS5.
It's not hurting.
So yeah. He ain't worried about PS5. I'm pretty sure he has an Xbox Series X at home too.
Yeah, he's got all the consoles.
Dear everybody in chat at this moment, I just want y'all to know I'm about to clown when we get to a certain section of our list of things.
Oh boy.
We're gonna clown part 2.
Oh boy. Is it a who done fucked up now?
Oh, it's another thing. Oh, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about when we get to it.
Oh boy.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Microsoft Flight Simulator will get official VR support later this month. This really not really to talk about. I'm just really happy about it because I've got VR now.
That's cool.
I like Flight Simulator. I like VR.
If you wanted to feel like you were in Top Gun, you can do that now.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Oh, shout out to Rami Ismail, who apparently set up Flight Simulator on a laptop and simulated a flight from Canada to Amsterdam. And I think the Flight Simulator beat his flight by like 6 minutes. So he flew the flight in Flight Simulator while he was on an actual plane from Canada to Amsterdam.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that kind of is.
I kind of
It's the
vibes with
detail.
shit
I
like
appreciate the attention to details.
that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like the vibes on that.
And more acquisition news. Esports platform Smash GG is acquired by Microsoft. I'm willing to take bets on how long this is going to last before they sell it again,
Probably,
or it just gets destroyed.
I'm gonna say a year, like a good solid year.
Resident Microsoft expert Hideo Sanaka. Any takes?
What you think?
Really know much about esports, so
Did you read that? Could you just read that one more time, please?
Smash.
But I don't keep up with.
No, just read the title.
Yeah. I see who
Come on, Major, do it.
Esports platform Smash GG acquired by Microsoft. Oh wait.
Where do we want to start with this?
Yeah.
So
There's a
yet
game.
another acquisition, one that's probably going to go away after a while. You know, since they bought and then sold, or just liquidated Mixer.
Yeah, it liquidated Mixer.
They didn't sell it; it just went away.
Yeah, see, to sell it, they would literally have to like pass Mixer to another person who would have Mixer. But basically, what they did was they just sold the assets to Mixer, pretty much the tender meats to Facebook. Yeah, so Facebook got all that technology.
Let me explain this to y'all in terms that you can understand. June the 22nd of 2020 was when the article started rolling out about how Mixer as a whole platform disappeared and only barely warned their partners, Microsoft. Baby, this isn't your house. This isn't your lane, right? You are literally trying to drive in a lane in Amsterdam, but you live in like downtown Brooklyn. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. You don't have to be there. You really don't. It's fine.
It doesn't make any sense why they're doing this.
Yeah, no idea. It's just because I told you, like, a change in the pockets. They had, like what happened with ZeniMax. They had
you literally acquired, literally went and tried to build a platform of your own. It didn't work, and you had enough money to just turn around and wait. We're just gonna wait like a little bit and then buy another one, just in time for the holidays.
Yep. It was funny. Like, I watched. Like, I had to talk to one of the near and dears because I've been playing Smite lately. And I had to show one of the near and dears that doesn't really into much gaming what Smite was, and I found a video that was a beginner's guide to Smite, so I sent her that, and then I watched it, and then it was said at the end of it, it says, "Oh yeah, check out our Mixer page for more information to Mixer streams." And I literally like, yep, that didn't age well. That didn't age well at all.
It kind of hurts. It hurts. It really hurts.
Oh yeah, it definitely hurts, but it hurts but you know, sometimes don't get too comfortable in these places and spaces. Sad to say. So yeah, that's definitely the thing.
It don't make sense.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that looks. Yeah, okay.
All right, now it's time for some software hardware updates. For those who were lucky enough to get Xbox Series X or S, actually, I want to say there's an update out for the Xbox One as well. First major updates for the new Xboxes. Definitely get your hands on those. More dynamic backgrounds, and you can preload Game Pass titles now.
That's good. That's really good.
You know, now I tried to bring the Comcast thing back, but I just couldn't. It wasn't there. It wasn't there for me. Sorry. I'm still so sorry. Nintendo Switch update makes it easier to move screenshots to phones and PCs. This functionality comes as part of the new 11.0.0 system update. So everybody on the stream, update your Switches, because I don't think I have. I should probably go do that.
Does this mean we can just plug in a USB to the Switch?
USB
yes.
Type-C to A. One of these.
Yeah.
So that's what this means?
That's what that means.
Yeah. For the hardware, and allow users to transfer images and video capture from your console to the phone via a QR code. You're limited to moving 10 pictures or a single video at once. For PC users out there, you can move screenshots and videos via a USB cable now. Both of these methods are certainly easier than before, where you had to either upload them to Twitter or Facebook or save them to a micro SD card.
God, finally.
Finally.
I knew this was going to come in handy. I knew it. I was waiting. It was just sitting here waiting on me.
Event that's not everything. The Switch will now automatically download saved data backed up to the cloud when you play a game on a different console logged into the same account. This feature needs to be enabled in the data management menu under system settings. Also, if you are downloading multiple games at the same time, you can choose which you want to be prioritized. Nintendo has also added a shortcut to switch online to the home screen, as well as 12 new user icon themed around Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary. The platform holder has also added Brazilian Portuguese language support.
Yo, okay.
So that's actually a meaty update for the Switch.
I saw that Switch Online home icon, and I clicked on it, of course, just being nosy. What's the point of it?
I don't know. I've not updated my Switch, so I don't know what that button does.
It basically it's like a hub for all your like Switch Online stuff. So it's like, oh, here's your games and here's your online, and you know, here's it's not the best. It's not the best. Like it's really not the best. Because used to be the old thing is like you would go in through the Nintendo eShop and do all this, but now it's like, oh, you can do. We have our own dedicated thing that you can use, and you can also open up some of your retro games on it, and people hate it. They hate it with a passion, and I don't hate it, but I don't hate it, but I don't like it. It's more like a it's a no for me, dog. Like that's where it comes down. It's like no, I'm not gonna use this, but thank you, but no thank you, but thank you.
Is there any voice capability? Like, I mean, I know you can use your phone to use the Nintendo Switch Online app on your phone to talk, but is there no voice? Like, is there no mic on this thing?
Nope.
No.
Wow.
Nope.
Now, certain games can use voice chat baked in.
If I'm not mistaken, Splatoon actually has it built in.
What has it built in?
I think Splatoon has it built in, but it's disabled.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I believe somebody was able to get it to work, at one
Yeah.
point, but it's not
Yeah.
officially supported.
It's not officially supported, no.
So
So it's capable of doing it. They just don't do it.
They just don't do it. It's basically like a firmware update at this point. It's really a firmware update, but Nintendo, being Nintendo, chooses not to do it. Best thing I can tell you is Discord. Like Discord, Discord right there. Now all they would have to do is just have,
looking for.
this little thing is right here. It's like, I don't know if it's a sensor or a camera or something. Like, it's, you know, little. That.
Yeah, my Switch is way over there.
It's like, you see that little. It's like on the left side at the bottom. It's like a little.
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it's probably a speaker.
Oh, okay. Well, no.
I think I know what she's talking about because I think my screen protector has a bump for it. It's not covering it for some reason.
Yeah, probably might be a sensor. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, probably a sensor. Oh, let me wipe my Switch down.
For those who got the new RTX 3060 Ti, which came out this week, and as soon as it hit Newegg, was immediately gone at 9 o'clock in the morning. There's a new GPU driver available for you. Of course, not only the 3060 Ti gets that driver support, there apparently been some crashes on older cards as well. So if you're experiencing crashes, go ahead and update your GPUs. And in deals, we got plenty. We got a plethora of deals. I'm excited.
Deals.
Not even
Black
games,
Friday
not
was
just
last.
games. Not just games. The Wonderful 101 Remastered now has a 2-hour demo on Switch, PS4, and PC.
Go download it. After the
Control.
podcast, go download it.
Control is coming to Xbox Game Pass. I believe it's available today. Today. Valhalla is coming to PC. Doom Eternal is coming to PC. Dragon Quest 11 is coming to both console and PC tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, yeah.
And Call of the
Preload
Sea. Oh yes, you can preload it. Call of the Sea is coming to Android console and of course Android through Game Pass game streaming console and PC on December 8th, along with Monster Sanctuary and Starbound is coming to PC on the 8th. So again, the best deal in gaming, Xbox Game Pass.
Yes.
Anka, do you have Game Pass?
Have Game Pass. Thank you.
Good.
It said we had to tell the Microsoft embodiment to get Game Pass.
Look, okay, I didn't want to pay $14 a month. I just didn't want to pay.
But for $14 a month, you get like hundreds of dollars of games.
All the games.
Shift some monies around. I paid some stuff off, so now I got the extra money to pay for that. But you know,
Okay.
Makes sense. All right.
Makes sense.
We got you. Battlefield 3 is free to anyone with Amazon Prime. So there you go. Oh, here this is my favorite. The very best James Bond films are now free to stream on YouTube.
Yo, that's lit.
Every James Bond, but prior to Daniel Craig, is available on YouTube.
There's some good James Bonds there. Ooh.
I thought it was select ones, but no, I went to make a list just so I can compile because I want to watch all of them for the first time and try to stay awake for them. So I went to make a list and I was like, okay, so that one's on YouTube. Oh wait, everyone except for the Daniel Craigs are on YouTube.
Damn, that's really good.
For free, ad supported, but I imagine if you have YouTube Premium, those ads are gone.
Yeah. Might I recommend? I have a few choice recommended. One is Goldfinger, because yes, the best. It's one of the best.
Yes.
One of the best. R.I.P. Sean Connery. Next one I would definitely recommend Live and Let Die of the Roger Moores.
The song itself, Paul McCartney, yo, shout out to Paul
Live and
McCartney.
Let Die with like Jane Seymour as the Bond girl. Jane Seymour's a Bond girl. Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, and Yaphet Kotto is an awesome Bond villain. Black men definitely need to have they reps. They had to get their props
I mean,
on
but
that.
that movie was like basically a James Bond blaxploitation film, though, right?
It
was dangerously close.
It's dangerously close, but it's like it's good enough where it's like, okay, we'll go along with it. I mean, James Bond was definitely running across crocodiles, like alligators, so that was kind of odd. But okay, we'll go.
It's the 70s.
It's the 70s. It's 70s Bond. Living Daylights. License to Kill of the what's his name?
This is Dalton.
Dalton.
That's
Timothy Dalton. And then of course you get the nice Pierce Brosnan, GoldenEye, definitely. Tomorrow Never Dies and Die Another Day. That way you get that nice Halle Berry action. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. And yeah. And Diamonds Are Forever, with two of the creepiest hitmen I've ever seen. Oh, dudes give me the willies. Anyway, yeah, go check those out. And Thunderball's good too.
So yes, all the James Bonds free to watch right now. YouTube on the let's see, what channel was it? The MGM YouTube channel.
Oh, nice.
And last but not least, Pillars of Eternity and Tyranny are free next week on the Epic Games Store. So, a lot of free content this week. A lot of free content.
Like if you a content creator, and you like, yo, I can't figure out what I'm gonna need to make videos about games. You pretty much have no excuse at this point. Like,
a lot of free games out here.
Just turn on Shadow Play and play. Just go.
Wait 2 hours? What are we talking about? I missed that part. I'm just catching up with chat. But yep, that's gonna about do it for us this week. We had some technical difficulties had to work through. I do apologize. I need to figure what's going on with my internet, but
I don't know. Maybe when they implement these data caps, it'll fix it.
Thank you, AT&T.
When I tell you, I am more than salty about that article. More than salty.
Same.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Just why?
Seriously, just why? Why that?
Like, I remember I posted I think I posted one of those articles on Facebook. Yeah, like literally a comment somebody put was like, why?
Why?
Oh man.
We thank you all for joining us this week. Kev,
Yes.
what you got going on this week, buddy?
Oh, so much good things. One, wrapping up the beautifulness that was that Thanksgiving turkey. Just, making all the different turkey byproducts out of it, salad and soups and turkey pot pie. That's going to be Saturday. Games
Hold on. Pause you. Do you subscribe to the belief that all your leftovers have to be eaten by Monday?
No.
Okay. Apparently
No,
that was a take from last weekend.
No. I don't believe that. Like, you eat it until you don't want to eat it no more, and then you just basically like, okay, whenever I'm finished with it, now I'm gonna start making the products out of it. Sometimes that's why I love turkey, is being able to then, I can't wait to finish this so I can go ahead and make the salad, the soup, and the pot pie with it, because that's the most enjoyable part of the turkey. But I digress. So good. And then just being able to like then playing some really amazing games like one like Tinkertown, one game I got like Tinkertown, and another one was like Startup Panic, which that one's actually pretty dope. And then also preparing for the literal yep, that's gonna be my whole weekend of Dragon Quest. Like basically just being like, you know what? My weekend about to be Dragon Quest. My weekend is going to be Dragon Quest, playing Dragon Quest, and playing more Dragon Quest, and then maybe streaming Dragon Quest, and then also the one for 101.
Is it 11?
Yes, 11. Dragon Quest 11. It's the definitive version, so all the bells and whistles, and it's on Game Pass. And if you don't, for whatever reason, don't want to buy it on Game Pass, you can. I mean, well, if you don't have Game Pass but you want to experience it, there's a big ass demo, 10-hour demo, and it's on Steam for like $40. So it's like, it's just all that content for one low price. It's just amazing. So, so I've been doing that and just trying to find time to play Gears Tactics and Yakuza Kiwami, and yeah, and getting ready for the holidays, and trying to buy some eggnog tomorrow, and that's it, mostly.
Anka! Stop working on that video. Also, either unmute yourself or talk close to that microphone.
I'm sorry, I was way back here.
I told you. Ma'am, if I do not get that address sent to me by at least Saturday,
Ultimatum.
I will succeed on you. At least for the microphone arm itself. There's no reason your mic is that far away.
Anyway, I was sitting back that far because my back was like really hurting. Like,
so let me tell you about
like
autonomous.
Sin is coming for me. No,
Madam, and that's all I'm gonna say. Just madam. Listen, I'm part of that ominous self-care brigade. You know I will throw hands for y'all to take a nap and go to sleep at decent time, eat your proper amount of food and take your medicine.
So for those who don't know,
out here like already in a pandemic, and like we're already out here dealing with a pandemic and some extras, and y'all are determined to stress yourself out for no reason. Stop it.
Exactly. What am I saying? I need to shut up.
Major, I would like to know that
worst-
Major
You ain't
didn't
talking
say much of
Major.
anything last week, because last week we were just like, we'll fight you if you
Right. It's like it's either I do nothing or lose everything.
It was like, yeah, we're gonna have, should we have we should have see you next week. I was like, bruh, it's Thanksgiving, bro. It's Thanksgiving, bro. No, dude, no. Get some rest. It was like it was basically me and Sid telling you no.
out here telling you not only no, but you better not.
Not today.
I will drive that hour.
Anka threatens. It's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't.
I don't know how Anka was like getting in on that, but then out here doing this with this video.
Yeah. Speak it.
So yes, Anka, what you got going on this week?
Yeah, what you got going on, Anka?
Well, I'm
Editing a
off
video,
tomorrow.
I guess.
Wow.
Yep, I'm off tomorrow, and I'm gonna finish editing the video tomorrow, like I
Good.
said. But I'm still gonna post something tonight because I have to get my vlog. I have to get something up. I just.
You got
I have
37 minutes.
I know. I have to do it, and I'm going to. So it's not gonna be that long though, because it's stuff already pre-recorded, and I just gotta throw it on the timeline, and literally that's it. Like, I'm good. I don't have to do none special effects. I'm good. Also, I'm gonna finish decorating the tree and send some Christmas cards out, and try to play Beyond Light finally, because I still haven't gotten time to do that yet.
Yeah, you need to let me know when and what we doing. I know I said I was ready. I know I said I was stream ready this week. I streamed once with that VR headset, and that was the last anybody ever saw me.
Crucial.
I look again. I told y'all I'm waiting on COVID results, and that kind of took all the wind out of my sails.
I understand. I mean, I'm still. Also, I'm speaking of COVID. I'm gonna have to. I can't go check on my friend and his family. I'm gonna have to literally like stand down the street and be like, "Y'all good?" Because I can't come in the proximity. I can't. But no, I got them a card, and I was like, well, if you need something, I'll drop it off at the front door, but that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I love being told, like just being forced by someone finally to say not to leave my house. Because some people don't believe in that. They still want to order computers, and if I want to make money, I gotta go set them up. Anywho, I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, you're good. I think that's it. But other than that, I just been really, doing Vlogmas this year. I finally did it. After telling myself I was going to do it for the last 3 years, I finally did it. Let's see how long I'll keep it up.
More power to you.
I've been enjoying them.
Oh, thanks. It gets kind of boring when all you do is work from home all day.
I mean,
it's like.
Also, shout out to Anka. She put out her Twitch trailer last week too.
Oh yeah, I was very productive. I finally got that up.
I know exactly how that feels. You get that 1 to 2 days with just things are clicking, and then that next day, like when it's gone, you was like, damn. And you had all these plans, and just that depression, that anxiety just hits. It's like,
what's bad is I recorded that footage in like late August. So.
Yep, I know what that feeling is like too. I come across a whole bunch of videos that are just sitting on my hard drive or sitting on YouTube that haven't been published yet. Yep, like when you see like a massive dump or just like see a whole bunch of tweets that just start coming out. So Marcus got that inspiration again.
Been there.
Get it while it's gone. I mean, hey.
Big facts.
But yeah, I'm good. That's all I got going on. Trying to stay healthy and not get sick. So.
Big facts.
Yeah. Sin. What you got?
We have questions. What are those questions? What am I doing this week?
Well, of course, yes.
I'm going to finish going through this end user license agreement so I can activate the Switch, and then the rest of it, I'm going to be spending doing some writing because I've recently had a couple of really good experiences with like tabletop things. So I think I am going to write myself a little adventure and see who would like to play in that adventure.
I want to play.
So Anka has played with me in an adventure. It was her first one. It was a wonderful time. She was a sorcerer who was just kind of like, oh, okay, cool. And apparently someone said something about her hair, so she set a tavern on fire with a lightning bolt. That's where we found her when she came into the story. And ever since then, it was one of those, it was a magical time because it was at a time when she was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm going to be good at this or not, especially because we were streaming the game, and she did an excellent job with it. So... yeah, that is the thing. I'm working on writing some stuff, and then we're gonna see about getting this Switch together. And I may try to leaf through some of these books. So I'm trying to minimize the amount of books I have because I'm like, I've had these things in here for years and I have not read them. And I know that a lot of the ones that I have, even if I'm interested in them, I'm only gonna read these things once, and then I'm probably not going to read them again. Like I wanted the experience of reading them, but it's not like they're reference books or anything like that. It's just kind of, you just want to enjoy them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do what I can to enjoy them, and then I'm going to donate them to the public library because I feel like people should just be able to read things and not have to spend a whole bunch of money to read them.
Right.
Okay. That's awesome, by the way.
What's up?
Oh.
Well, for me, of course, it's more VR. Just going to continue to play as much.
Go ahead and put it on, Nick. Go ahead and put it on. You know you want to.
I do, but then it's just I can't see what it is that I want to do. Like when it comes time to end the show. Like the one, it does like it has to pass through stuff where it's like apparently there's enough small cameras on here to where it like stitches the outside world, but it looks terrible. Like if you ever wanted to see what your world looks like in 180p, use the pass-through feature on an Oculus Quest 2. You will definitely experience that, and it sucks. But yes, I'm hoping to maybe have some more formal thoughts about it later on, and maybe next week or so. Definitely using it as exercise tool. Again, like I said, once your Apple Watch recognizes it as exercise, you found something. I will secretly be playing a game in which I wanted to play, but not a lot of people, want to play it. So yeah, I'm gonna play that on my off time. Maybe if Anka, lets me know, we could play some Destiny instead on stream if I do come back to streaming, because I keep saying that I'm gonna do it, but I never do.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna stream this week. Nah, I never get around to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I feel like, and this is important for me, right? I used to stream a lot more than I do, but I settled on 2 days a week for like a handful of hours, 2 to 3 hours, right? Yeah. The truth is, especially this year, but just in general, right? The way that we've had to like deal with and interact with the world at large has made us have to like move different entirely.
Yeah.
Like what is a schedule at this point, right? So you have like this thing that we do as a podcast on Thursdays, but other than that, like if you were just like, I'm not in a spot for streaming, because streaming, to be clear, can take a lot out of a person, especially if you're trying to do it well, because you have to like play a whole game, be engaging, and like pay attention to a lot of stuff on screen and off screen and all of that other stuff. Like it takes a lot, and if that's not something that you're just like, today I'm feeling it and we can run with it, and we will just be back here whenever I can summon up that energy to do that again, that's fine. I've noticed a lot more people than not being like, I can't do it today. I can't do it today. I want to, but I literally can't. I have exactly enough energy to wait for this Uncrustable to thaw while I'm watching the Queen's Gambit. Like, that's it. And that's fine if that's where you're at. That's fine if that's where anybody is. Yeah. Do things that you have the energy to do, and outside of that, people are just gonna have to understand, because at that point it's either you understand and you care about the people who are providing you this entertainment, or you kick rocks.
Right. I literally took my time and I folded clothes and watched The Crown. Like that's what I did. Like
See, don't come for me like this.
Yeah. Queen's Gambit's on the list.
See, Major, I figured out the key to streaming. If you say you're gonna stream, you don't stream. But if you're just like, I think I'm gonna stream today, you'll actually stream. At least that works for me. Because if I say I'm gonna stream at a certain time, I'm like, I ain't gonna stream. I'm too tired.
Like it was weird.
Also recommend, depending on like how this works, if it works out better for you, stream with other people.
Yeah, that's it, and I think that's the thing I need to start doing. It's things I need to start doing more. That's why, like, again, I'm waiting on Anka on this Destiny.
Or both, because I got both of them.
Not called out like this in the middle of a Thursday evening.
PC or Xbox? Which one?
You get dragged on a school night, man.
Yeah, PC, Xbox. Look, I got Stadia now.
Stadia.
Look, I think it's free on PlayStation 2. Look, the game is just free.
Well,
Yep.
I wanna play Beyond Light on Xbox because I'm not about to buy it on Steam when I got it for free on Xbox.
Is it free on Xbox?
Well, through Game Pass. So,
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
yeah.
So that means I gotta use a controller? That's a bummer.
Mm.
And 30 FPS?
Wow.
Mm. I see.
I mean,
Slapping dudes in 60 frames a second with that stasis. Pretty good.
It kind of
is
is.
somebody gonna buy Beyond Light for me on Steam?
elbow dropping people in stasis is a Titan. That was pretty crisp.
For the record, I can't tell the difference between frames per second, so I just play the game.
Oh, when you see 60,
Yeah, when you see 60, you know it's 60.
well, when I
See,
say, bro,
so many people made that argument before the new consoles came out, and then when they got that new console, I was like, oh wait, Spider-Man could have looked like this?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Like Call of Duty could have looked like this?
Yeah,
People saw 60. It miraculously came November 10th and 12th.
Yep. Cause see, that's when I know I have to play a game that's like on the console. I'm like, okay, 30 frames.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like that really like. But when I'm on PC, it's like, oh, this is exactly how it's supposed to be. Of course, this is it. So I'm when I'm elbow dropping falling with my magic ice, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I had a friend ask me to play Overwatch with her on Xbox. I was like,
yeah, I'm gonna say no. That's a no for me.
I ultimately agreed to do so, but
I love
did it begrudgingly.
No, I'm good.
Anywho, before we devolve in any more madness, we're going to end it for this week. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for December 3rd, 2020. On behalf of Sin, on behalf of KKS Game, on behalf of NC and Anka, it's been your boy Major Linux. Thank y'all so much. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading the tech news yourself, but no. You allowed us to acquire you, to cap your reading, and liquidate all this knowledge into your brains.
And we appreciate fuck capitalism in this house at several magnitudes of volume. All day, every day, every single podcast. You're welcome.
Yes.
But we thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you all. And of course, all I got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you. Peace out.
Wakanda forever. Goodbye.